What's up, guys? Matt and Eric here with another episode of Hill's Little Herps. And today, what are we doing, Eric?
Today we're going to be doing a Pacman frog setup video, and we're actually going to film us buying the frog and at Petco. And sorry we've been inactive for about 3 weeks. It's just inclement weather in California, the Bay Area, and this whole coronavirus thing has been causing a lot of problems for us. So we luckily don't have it, but my school's shut down, Matt's school's shut down, so we're just trying to buy this frog right now and do a little setup video for you guys in the meantime. Thanks. I just got to the reptile and amphibian section. So this is the Pacman frog right here. It's $25. You can't see them in this little tank because they like to bury themselves and burrow into the dirt. But I'm at Petco right now, so there's bearded dragons, leopard gecko, and they even got these really cool dart frog things. So those are really cool, but I'm gonna call someone over because they're really busy right now amidst the coronavirus outbreak. So everyone's trying to buy pet food and stuff, so I'm gonna try finding an employee, and then we'll get gay geckos here. Beautiful. These guys are awesome. There he is. Alright guys, so that's a Pacman frog. And we're just gonna get some supplies for it, and that'll be it. I actually got the Pacman frog in here. I'm not gonna open it, I'll wait to do that at home. But you can't unfortunately see through these little holes. So now I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna buy. So I'm just gonna get a few things. I already have like the EcoEarth substrate at home, like this. I already have a bag of that at home, or a block I should say. But I think I'm gonna get one of these plants here as a corner plant. Nothing special. I'm not gonna do a bioactive setup. And then I'm gonna get one of these bowls right here as his primary water bowl. If you don't know a thing about these guys, they actually don't really require a ton of water. They kind of just absorb it through their skin as long as the substrate is moist. You do need one of these under tank heaters when you have one of these, but I actually already have one at home, so I'm just gonna do that. Alright guys, so Matt's behind the camera right now, and this is all we're getting, including the Pacman frog. Peace. Alright guys, so for these Pacman frogs, all you're gonna need is a 10-gallon tank. This is kind of just a standard that everyone uses for these things, because what they are, they're called sit and wait predators, which means that they burrow in the ground in the wild, and they just kind of stick their two eyes out, which is why their eyes are little horns pretty much, and then they wait for something to walk by and then they eat it. So they're pretty much stationary frogs. So all you're gonna really need is a 10-gallon tank. Even when they're adults, it's fine. So what I did first is I filled the tank with the right amount of water for this brick of plantation soil. Now this is literally the same exact thing as EcoEarth. EcoEarth and plantation soil are the best substrates for these guys because they love to burrow. That's pretty much the norm with these things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the plastic and wrapping, and I'm just gonna set the brick down in the water, and now we're gonna wait 30 minutes or 20 to 30 minutes for this whole brick to rehydrate, and that'll be that, and we'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, so it took a while, but we finally got the substrate, the plantation soil / EcoEarth mixed together. And as you can see, it is pretty high. I used one brick of that stuff, as you saw, and you probably want around 1.5 to 2 inches of soil, because these guys love to burrow. That's where they spend most of their time. So now I'm just gonna spray the sides to make sure all that dirt comes off. And when you use the water for these things, make sure you add dechlorinator to the water if you use tap water. But if you use purified water, that's totally fine, then you don't have to do anything. But if you do use tap water, make sure you add the dechlorinator to it so the frog doesn't get affected by the chlorine that's in the tap water. So yeah, I'm just gonna spray the sides down so it looks all nice. And yeah, like I said, this is a good amount. And you want it kind of moist. You don't want it super waterlogged or super dry, so you want it moist like this, enough to where it's crumbly in your hands. So now we're going to get in the contents, and then we'll get the frog in. Alright guys, so now you saw me buy it at Petco. I got a water dish here and I got a corner plant here. So I'm gonna add this water dish probably right around here. I'm gonna make sure soil doesn't go into the top of it, so I'm gonna flatten the soil around that area. Then I'm gonna probably add the plant in this corner right here. Like that. And then we'll evenly distribute the soil around the tank. Like that. And then now we're gonna get the moss. Alright guys, so as you can see we have the water bowl right here, the plant there, eco right there. So now we're gonna add some terrarium moss. I would recommend using terrarium moss over sphagnum moss with amphibians especially. It's just more of the natural wild moss that they're used to. So I'm just gonna take a whole hunk of this out and I'm gonna distribute it kind of around this area of the tank and we'll see how that goes. So these come dry, which is kind of how every moss comes. So I'm just gonna distribute it kind of like around some of the areas like this. And then we'll see how that goes. Not the whole tank. And then let me get the spray bottle. I'm gonna spray this down. That kind of toss it around, make it look not flat. Like that. That looks pretty good. Now we're gonna get to putting the frog. Alright guys, so the moment you've all been waiting for, we got the Pacman frog. There he is right there. He's a little one. Hopefully you can see that. This one is just one of the regular ornate ones, I believe. They come in all different morphs, but looks like he's ready to get into his new home, so.
Pacman frog, they're native to South America, I believe, but this is probably a really good habitat for him. The moss, really pretty much the exact same color that he is. He's gonna burrow, and in the wild these guys are gonna be really difficult to find. And as you can expect, they're just gonna eat regular crickets, things like that, worms, bugs. But obviously the rainforest, they need a very moist environment. You need to spray the tank, make sure there's lots of water.
And the thing about these guys is they don't actually require UVB. The reason why is in the wild they're naturally forest floor dwelling creatures, which means they spend all their time on the forest floor. They don't climb. So when the trees are really high in the rainforest, they don't the sunlight never reaches the bottom of the floor. So they're on the ground with all the leaf litter and everything buried. But yeah, so looks like he's enjoying his little new home.
So you just want to see how he looks like in the habitat. But this guy's definitely gonna get a lot bigger.
Yeah, so
I would say to maybe the size about the size of this water bowl, I would say.
And if you want to compare it, that's my hand. I have pretty big hands, but probably a little bit bigger than my palm.
But other than that, pretty simple setup beneath this guy. Nothing really fancy, and like most things that we have, not gonna really be too difficult to take care of. But anyways, guys, we're just gonna let this guy be for now. And
one last thing, so a lot of people, especially in colder areas, should have a heat pad. You can buy those heat mats. I think I showed you at the store. Never put it under the tank with these guys because it may burn them, because they do bury down to the bottom of the tank, touching the glass. So if you do have an under tank heater, just put it on the side, glue it to the side like this, and the heat will eventually go sideways into the dirt. But the reason why I don't have one or need one is because it gets hot enough here living in the Bay Area, and especially summer coming, you won't need one. And if it does get cold, then I'll probably resort to one, but as of now I don't need one.
alright guys, so with that being said, that's gonna wrap up our video for today. Thanks for watching, guys. We plan to come out with something very special for our next video, so stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate all support, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.